Like if I'm at with Michael Porter Jr. though, something that he didn't do last game that he did the game before, which is something he shouldn't do, is like that first game against the Lakers. He tried to be a jump shooter, right? All he did was he spent most of the game just taking threes. But like they're better when he doesn't settle for those. Like I think the last game, even though they lost because of that buzzer beater from AD, which was surprising to me. I'm not gonna sit and pretend with you. Um,
It's probably
was
everybody.
like, huh? I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like there's someone out there who's just like, yeah, I knew AD could do this.
Yeah,
I
those
didn't. He's
are
not a. He's
fans.
not a. Huh?
Those people are Laker fans, and they got no credibility.
Hey,
Like we were all surprised. Like, come on now.
hey, when he turned to the camera and said, "I'm like that," I was like, "You sure?
You should, like, honestly.
Like you real good, but I don't know if you like that consistently.
But
Like
also,
you like that today?
like, if you watch the play, horrific defense, right? So like, he ran across Mason Plumlee was like trailing him. He goes off the screen. You see Mason Plumlee yell at Grant to go out there. Great. He yells at him, but he doesn't go until a second after Plumlee is already has his hand on him. So,
Yeah.
so all of a sudden, so really Mason Plumlee should have just trailed behind him and made him take a more difficult at the shot. But by the time the communication was all it, how can I hear him? There's no one in the gym besides baby mamas and and wives. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I couldn't hear him. But by the time AD got the shot off, Grant was nowhere near him, and Jokic, Michelin man Jokic, was running from out of bounds to get him on the 3-point line. So he was already too far away. It was bad defense overall. So he's like, I'm about that. You're about hitting an open jump shot. Like, okay, good. You're in the league. You know what I mean? Like, and you like shoot enough threes that you should be kind of confident in that. But like, let's not act like you were like madly contested and all kind of stuff. Like, I get you're about that, but you still almost lost though to a different Nuggets team that apparently you guys aren't worried about. But that's just Kuzma saying that with his non-productive minutes. That low ceiling can't play without Lonzo Ball minutes. Like oh my gosh, I hate Kuzma.
But to finish my thought about Porter Jr. though is like, and I feel like part of it is like to kind of like get into like kind of get him where you fit in as far as the team or whatever. He'll like basically turn himself into a 3-point shooter. And sometimes that works, but like you have Jokic who's an amazing passer. You can take dudes. You're like 6'10" and can take dudes off the dribble. There's no reason every shot you take should be behind the 3-point line. Like you can do better. He should also be crashing the board because like they have to deal with Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee for and Anthony Davis for the next couple games. They need all the rebounding help they can get. Um, but also like the I can't quite tell if the refs are gonna let them play super physical or not because sometimes the refs will call stuff and it's just like why like you let this happen, why did you call that or what have you. Um, and also shout out to Dwight Howard for just kind of bullying Jokic the entire first game, like just being an asshole. Um, like it was top tier like defense and just general agitation, and like they can just like they have the bodies to do that to Jokic for the entire series. There are three of them dudes. They can just switch off whenever they get ready.
Yeah, bro.
I do expect Jokic to come out this next game and be killing though, honestly, because like it has yet to be shown for him to get rattled, like truly rattled. You know what I mean? So
Like,
we're
he's
He was
gotten
cooking in that
rattled.
late fourth. In the last game, he was cooking in the fourth to
yeah, I was
close
thinking
out.
fourth, but like in the first 3 quarters, he was like pedestrian, but like I don't know his game. One, he's been proven to be a high IQ player, if anything, right? So when it comes to like adjustments from game to game, you saw the adjustments. You saw a little bit of the adjustments from game 1 to game 2, But I imagine the adjustments are going to be much bigger in Game 3 when it comes to Michael Porter Jr. I mean, he's got he's got balance. Like he's legitimately got balance, but he's had that his whole entire life. But he has always shot way too many threes for somebody who's like suspect 7 foot. You know what I mean? But that's how he plays. But that's like he hasn't even played a whole season of games yet. Like he hasn't even played half a season of games yet. You know what I mean? So like that's just gonna get time. That's gonna be better with time and experience and coaching, whatever it is. But right now, every time it's a jump shot, he's on House of Highlights, whatever. And I know he the kind of guy who looks at his phone after the games. So, hopefully he doesn't let that like hold on to him, and he, actually grows as like a smart, good basketball player. But I will tell you this, from the looks of it, when he's like healthy and playing a whole season, he's going to be the truth. Just give him his needs game more confidence and like a more of a NBA game rhythm, and he's gonna be the truth, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I just can't.
And play defense. My bad.
Yeah.
Hey, even if he, because after that first game, like Malone's probably like if I was Malone, I'd be in his ear like you want to be the guy. You can't be settling for jump shots like that. Like if you want us to go to you more in the closing minutes, you have to play like you're good enough to go to in the closing minutes, and you're better than settling for threes.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't get better on the defensive end, I think.
No, it's just like I actually think he will. Like he tries, but like he's just not that good right now. But I feel like he'll probably get it eventually, if for no other reason than because he puts in more effort than a lot of dudes who aren't good on defense. Like he's bad, but at least he's trying. There's something to work with.
Yeah, I'm saying even if he stays like a bad defensive person at 6'10" and him just trying, he's going to be useful in like most systems, and he's probably going to be a 20-point per game dude at some point.
Yeah.
So
it's at his worst. At his worst, he's Kevin Durant, and people aren't lying to everybody about how good of a defender he is. Like at his worst, like he's 7 foot, and gonna be able to block some shots on the help side, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, he plays such great defense." That's Kevin Durant. So like at his worst, that's probably what it's gonna be. But you also give him time to be in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if like it's already been pointed out in the playoffs that if you don't play defense, he's coming off the bench, and he's not a bench player. But they had him in the starting lineup, but he won't play no D. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But I really hope they go to I really hope they win this next game so they can drag it out more, so I can watch more of them play.
Yeah, it's worth it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.